Preparation is key in everything, and for our shot, the same applies. Let's take a look at what we need for our project. When working on a project at a studio, they should already pretty much have everything you need picked up and ready for you to use. But in our case, we need to get inspired. So we'll be looking into broadly the different type of environments that are actually available to you. And I strongly recommend that you do use a reference board. This may sound obvious, but it's easy to forget all the simple steps that actually makes you gain a lot of time while working. The type of environments. For type of environments, we'll be reaching out from very far to close. Let's take a look at it. You have outer space. This is where you do planetscapes, stars, well, basically everything that happens in space. Skies. This contains mostly cloudscapes. Outdoor. Everything that goes from natural and artificial lighting, landscape, cityscape, architectural structures. Indoor, of course, everything that contains within four walls, a ground and a ceiling. Except for outer space, which is usually for science fiction, the genre you pick or has been picked can be implemented in all types of environments. Choosing your photos. Secondary to selecting which type of environments you will be doing, you will need references, photos. So these can be pictures, of course, any types of pictures that you can find on the internet, or books. Concept arts. The concept arts could be a good source of inspiration and also a guide to where you want to go and which direction you would like to take. Screen grabs from movies and games. Photographs that you took yourself. What I recommend you to obtain for your image are high quality images. Try to get the angles that you like and think that might be good to be incorporated in your design. Close-ups of rich elements, objects in the scenes, mood board if you can. One thing that should not be neglected is to do a bit of research about your subject. By doing so, you'll expand your knowledge and discover things you didn't know about. If you decide to create, for example, an architectural piece, then read about the origin, its history, where it was originated, and why it was built. Everything that has happened, whether it is man-made or that it happened by nature itself, it is because of an action that caused a consequence, a result. For this demo, I decided to pick a dirty back alley. I wanted to stick within the realm of what is real and what has been built already. This is how I usually just put my references together. I'm trying not to get too much of it, but enough for me to decide what kind of elements I want to include in my piece. From there, I will start sketching and let the ideas flow based on the photos to dictate what I envision for the piece. I usually try to stick and stay as close as the reference between 80 to 90%, and the other 20 to 10% will be happy accidents or just certain thoughts and ideas that I have. Getting good references is essential to make your work look good. If your reference communicate well what you have to create, most of the time you can't go wrong. Having bad references, on the other hand, will also be giving you bad results. This step is important because we are preparing and planning the production of our piece. And by taking the time to look for good reference, it will definitely give you an advantage of having a way to judge if your work looks good or not, if it looks right or not. In the end, you actually know where you're going with it.